Classic Hollywood sold the world a dream of glamour, romance, and larger-than-life stars. But behind the red carpets and carefully crafted public images, many celebrities carried private struggles that few people ever knew about. In an era when a single rumor could threaten a career, some lived under intense pressure, guarding personal truths from a watchful industry and an unforgiving public. Today, we're exploring 12 iconic stars whose lives behind the spotlight were far more complex than the image audiences saw on screen. Their stories reveal a fascinating side of Hollywood history that remained hidden for decades. Actor 1. Rock Hudson. Few stars represented the golden age of Hollywood more completely than Rock Hudson. Tall, charismatic, and effortlessly charming, he became one of the biggest box office attractions of the 1950s and 1960s. Audiences knew him as the handsome leading man who appeared in romantic films alongside some of the era's most celebrated actresses. Asterisk. 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 To millions of fans, he seemed to embody the ideal Hollywood dream. Behind the scenes, however, Hudson faced challenges that few people around him could fully understand. During an era when studios carefully managed the public image of their stars, personal lives were often kept out of view. Hollywood placed enormous value on maintaining a marketable image, and many performers felt pressure to separate their private realities from their public identities. As Hudson's fame continued to grow, so did the expectations placed upon him. Magazine covers, movie premieres, and fan events helped build an image that appeared flawless from the outside. Yet the entertainment industry of the time offered little room for individuality when it came to personal matters. For many stars, privacy became a necessity rather than a choice. Despite those pressures, Hudson established a remarkable career that spanned decades. He successfully transitioned from major motion pictures to television and remained a recognizable figure long after many of his contemporaries had faded from the spotlight. Colleagues often described him as professional, generous, and deeply committed to his work. In the 1980s, serious health challenges brought renewed public attention to his life. The news shocked fans around the world and sparked conversations that extended far beyond Hollywood. His story became part of a larger cultural moment that encouraged greater awareness, understanding, and compassion. Actor 2. Rudolph Valentino. Long before modern celebrities dominated social media and magazine headlines, Rudolph Valentino became one of the world's first international screen idols. During the silent film era, his striking appearance, magnetic presence, and romantic performances captivated audiences across the globe. Fans lined up to see his films, and his popularity helped define what it meant to be a Hollywood star. Valentino's rise to fame was extraordinary. At a time when the film industry was still developing, he stood out from other leading men with a unique style and undeniable charisma. His performances created a powerful connection with audiences, especially women, who viewed him as the ultimate romantic figure. Few actors of the 1920s inspired the same level of admiration and fascination. Yet fame also brought constant scrutiny. Journalists, gossip writers, and critics closely followed every aspect of his life. Public discussions often focused not only on his films but also on his personality, appearance, and relationships. As his celebrity status grew, so did speculation about his private life. Much of that speculation was fueled by rumors rather than verified facts, creating an atmosphere in which public perception often mattered more than reality. Despite the attention, Valentino continued working tirelessly to strengthen his career. He remained one of Hollywood's most recognizable figures and helped establish many of the traditions associated with movie stardom. His influence extended beyond the screen, shaping fashion trends and popular culture throughout the decade. Then, in 1926, tragedy struck when Valentino died unexpectedly at the age of just 31. The news shocked fans around the world. Thousands mourned his passing, and reports described emotional scenes as admirers gathered to pay their respects. Even after his death, public fascination with his life continued. Actor 3. Liberace. Few entertainers in American history created a stage presence as unforgettable as Liberace. Known for his dazzling costumes, grand piano performances, and larger-than-life personality, he transformed traditional music entertainment into a spectacular show. Whether performing in theaters, television specials, or sold-out venues, he captivated audiences with a style that was impossible to ignore. By the 1950s and 1960s, Liberace had become one of the highest-paid entertainers in the world. His performances combined classical music with humor, charm, and visual extravagance. Fans loved not only his talent but also his ability to make every appearance feel like a special event. At a time when television was becoming a powerful force in entertainment, he understood exactly how to connect with viewers and build a loyal audience. Despite his enormous success, fame brought intense public attention. As one of the most recognizable personalities of his era, his private life frequently became the subject of media speculation. Like many public figures of the time, he chose to keep personal matters away from the spotlight and focused instead on his career and public image. The entertainment industry often placed enormous pressure on celebrities to maintain carefully crafted reputations, and Liberace was no exception. What set him apart was his remarkable ability to remain relevant year after year. While trends changed and many performers faded from view, he continued attracting audiences across multiple generations. His confidence, showmanship, and dedication to entertaining helped establish him as one of the defining figures of 20th-century popular culture. In the later years of his life, public interest in his personal story grew even stronger. Yet beyond the headlines and speculation, his greatest achievement remained his extraordinary impact on entertainment itself. He proved that talent combined with individuality could create a lasting legacy. Actor 4 Montgomery Clift. Among Hollywood's most respected actors, Montgomery Clift earned a reputation for bringing remarkable depth and authenticity to every role he played. At a time when many performers relied on charm and screen presence alone, Clift stood out for his emotional intensity and commitment to realistic performances. His work helped influence a new generation of actors and changed expectations for dramatic storytelling in film. During the late 1940s and 1950s, Clift appeared in a series of acclaimed movies that showcased his extraordinary talent. Audiences were drawn to his thoughtful, sensitive characters, while critics praised his ability to convey complex emotions with subtlety and honesty. Unlike many traditional leading men of the era, he projected vulnerability as well as strength, making his performances feel deeply human. Yet behind the success, Clift faced significant personal challenges. The pressures of fame, constant public attention, and the demands of a competitive industry weighed heavily on him. Friends and colleagues often described him as intelligent, private, and intensely dedicated to his craft. While his professional achievements continued to earn admiration, his personal struggles frequently remained hidden from public view. A turning point came in the mid-1950s when a serious automobile accident left him with lasting physical injuries. Recovery was difficult, and the event had a profound impact on both his personal life and career. Despite these setbacks, Clift continued acting and delivered performances that many film historians still consider among the finest of his generation. Throughout his life, he maintained close friendships with some of Hollywood's most influential figures, who respected both his talent and his resilience. Although he rarely discussed private matters publicly, his story became one of determination in the face of extraordinary challenges. Actor 5 Roddy McDowall. Roddy McDowall built one of the most remarkable and long-lasting careers in Hollywood history. He first appeared on screen as a child actor and quickly gained attention for his natural talent and expressive performances. Unlike many child stars who fade from the spotlight, McDowall successfully transitioned into adult roles and continued working steadily for decades. As he matured, he became known for his versatility and professionalism. Directors valued his reliability, while fellow actors appreciated his calm presence on set. He appeared in a wide range of films and television projects, but he is especially remembered for his work in science fiction cinema, where he played some of the most recognizable roles of his career. Throughout his life in Hollywood, McDowall maintained a reputation for being private and deeply focused on his craft. While the entertainment industry often encouraged public exposure and personal publicity, he preferred to keep his private life separate from his professional identity. This approach allowed him to avoid much of the controversy and instability that affected many of his peers. Despite working in an industry known for constant change, he managed to remain relevant across multiple eras of filmmaking. From classic studio productions to modern cinematic storytelling, his career reflected both adaptability and dedication. Many younger actors later cited him as an example of consistency and longevity in Hollywood. Beyond his screen work, McDowell was also respected for his kindness and loyalty within the industry. Colleagues often spoke highly of his supportive nature and quiet confidence. His contributions extended beyond individual performances, helping shape the projects he was part of in meaningful ways. Actor 6 Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero was one of Hollywood's most charismatic and stylish screen performers, known for his smooth charm and unmistakable screen presence. With his confident personality and elegant appearance, he became a familiar face in both film and television across several decades. Audiences often associated him with sophistication, humor, and an effortless sense of charisma that made him stand out in every role he played. During Hollywood's golden years, Romero frequently appeared in romantic and comedic roles that highlighted his versatility as an actor. He had a natural ability to adapt to different genres, moving between lighthearted performances and more dramatic appearances with ease. His talent made him a dependable figure in the studio system, where consistency and public appeal were highly valued. One of his most iconic later roles introduced him to a new generation of viewers, reinforcing his status as a recognizable and enduring Hollywood figure. Even as the industry evolved, Romero remained active and continued to appear on screen, proving his ability to stay relevant in a changing entertainment landscape. Despite his long and successful career, Romero was known for keeping his personal life away from the public spotlight. In an era when studios often controlled the public image of their stars, he maintained a carefully managed sense of privacy. Much of what was discussed about him outside of his work remained based on speculation rather than confirmed details. What made Romero's career remarkable was its longevity. He worked steadily for decades, earning respect from colleagues and audiences alike. His professionalism and consistency allowed him to remain a recognizable presence in Hollywood long after many of his contemporaries had stepped away from the industry. Actor 7 Raymond Burr. Raymond Burr was one of television's most respected dramatic actors, best known for portraying strong, authoritative characters that left a lasting impression on audiences. With his deep voice, commanding presence, and calm intensity, he became a defining figure in classic courtroom and crime dramas that shaped early television storytelling. His breakthrough role brought him widespread recognition and established him as a leading figure in American television. Viewers admired his ability to portray intelligence, control, and moral authority on screen. Over time, he became closely associated with legal drama roles that required both emotional restraint and sharp performance skills. Behind his professional success, Burr was known for maintaining a highly private personal life. In an era when Hollywood carefully managed public images, many actors chose to separate their on-screen identity from their private world. Burr was no exception, and he rarely discussed personal matters in public interviews or appearances. Despite this privacy, colleagues consistently described him as disciplined, focused, and deeply committed to his work. He built a reputation as an actor who approached every role with seriousness and precision. This professionalism helped him sustain a long and stable career in a highly competitive industry. Over the years, he also became involved in various humanitarian efforts and personal interests outside of acting, further expanding his legacy beyond television. His career longevity and consistency made him one of the most recognizable figures of his era. Today, Raymond Burr is remembered as a television icon whose performances helped define an entire genre of drama. His influence continues to be seen in modern legal and procedural storytelling, where his style of character remains a benchmark for authority and screen presence. Actor 8 Paul Lynde. Paul Lynde was one of Hollywood's most distinctive comedic personalities, known for his sharp wit, expressive delivery, and unforgettable screen presence. With a unique sense of humor and perfect comedic timing, he became a familiar face on television during the 1960s and 1970s. Audiences instantly recognized his voice and style, making him a standout performer in every appearance. He gained widespread popularity through television comedy roles and game show appearances, where his humor and personality often became the highlight of the program. Unlike traditional leading men, Lind built his success on character-driven comedy, using sarcasm and timing rather than physical presence or dramatic roles. As his career developed, he became a regular figure in American pop culture. His performances were widely appreciated for their originality and ability to bring humor into everyday situations. He had a natural talent for turning even simple lines into memorable comedic moments, which helped him maintain long-term popularity. Despite his success, Lind was known for being highly private about his personal life. In an entertainment industry that often encouraged public exposure, he preferred to keep his private matters separate from his professional image. This allowed him to focus more on his work and maintain consistency in his career. Behind the scenes, colleagues often described him as intelligent, quick-witted, and deeply committed to his craft. While he occasionally faced personal struggles, his professional contributions remained strong, and he continued working steadily across television and film projects. Today, Paul Lind is remembered as a pioneering comedic talent whose unique voice and style helped define an era of television entertainment. His legacy continues to influence comedic performance and character-driven humor in modern media. Actor 9 Jack Cassidy. Jack Cassidy was a highly talented stage and screen performer known for his charm, musical ability, and strong screen presence. With a background in theater, he brought a level of performance skill that made him stand out in both Broadway productions and television roles. His expressive voice and natural charisma helped him build a successful and diverse career in entertainment. Throughout his career, Cassidy appeared in a variety of dramatic and musical roles, showcasing his versatility as a performer. He had the ability to adapt to different formats, moving between stage performances, television appearances, and film work with ease. This flexibility allowed him to remain active in the entertainment industry across multiple decades. Audiences often recognized him for his polished image and confident on-screen personality. His performances reflected both technical skill and natural talent, making him a respected figure among his peers. He was also part of a well-known entertainment family, which brought additional public attention to his career and personal life. Despite his success, Cassidy's personal life was often the subject of media discussion. Like many performers of his time, he maintained a separation between his public image and private world. The entertainment industry during this era often placed pressure on celebrities to preserve carefully managed reputations, and Cassidy was no exception. Behind the scenes, he was known for his dedication to his craft and his commitment to delivering strong performances. Colleagues often described him as talented and intense, with a deep understanding of stage and screen acting. Today, Jack Cassidy is remembered as a skilled performer whose contributions to theater and television left a lasting impression. His legacy continues through his work and through the influence he had on a family deeply connected to the entertainment world. Actor 10 Charles Gray. Charles Gray was a distinguished British actor known for his refined presence and commanding performances across film, theater, and television. With a deep, articulate voice and elegant screen style, he often portrayed intelligent and authoritative characters that left a strong impression on audiences. His work became especially memorable in suspense, mystery, and classic crime storytelling. During his career, Gray appeared in a wide range of productions, but he gained particular recognition for roles that required sophistication and subtle intensity. Whether playing a villain, a detective, or a supporting character, he consistently brought depth and control to his performances. His ability to elevate scenes with minimal effort made him a valuable presence in every project he joined. As his career progressed, he became closely associated with iconic British and international film productions. His screen appearances often reflected a sense of calm intelligence and understated charisma, which helped him stand out even in ensemble casts. Directors appreciated his professionalism and his ability to deliver precise, reliable performances. Outside of his work, Gray was known for maintaining a private and reserved personal life. Like many actors of his generation, he preferred to keep public attention focused on his performances rather than his private affairs. This discretion allowed him to maintain a long and steady career without major public controversy. Colleagues often described him as cultured, intelligent, and deeply committed to his craft. His dedication to acting extended across decades, making him a respected figure within the industry. Even in smaller roles, he managed to leave a lasting impression due to his strong presence and refined acting style. Actor 11 George Maharis. George Maharis was an American actor who rose to prominence during the early years of television drama. With a strong screen presence and natural charisma, he quickly became a recognizable face in popular series that focused on travel, adventure, and human connection. His performances often reflected a sense of energy and emotional depth that resonated with audiences of the time. During the peak of his career in the 1960s, Maharis was seen as one of television's promising leading men. His work helped define the style of early modern TV storytelling, where character-driven narratives began to replace purely episodic formats. Viewers appreciated his ability to portray both strength and vulnerability, making his roles feel relatable and grounded. As his popularity grew, so did public attention around his personal and professional life. Like many actors of his era, he operated within an industry that closely controlled celebrity image and expectations. This environment often placed pressure on performers to maintain a consistent public identity while managing private realities away from the spotlight. Despite early success, his career eventually faced challenges that led him to step away from mainstream Hollywood projects. Rather than remaining in the center of the industry, he gradually shifted toward a quieter professional path and spent time working in different creative directions. Even after stepping back from major television roles, Maharis remained part of entertainment history through his earlier contributions. His performances continue to be remembered by fans who appreciated his work during the golden period of early television drama. Today, George Maharis is recognized as part of a generation of actors who helped shape the foundation of modern television acting. His legacy reflects a time when the industry was rapidly evolving and new types of storytelling were beginning to emerge.